Okay, so this is for the pair I dropped in the what's it called? In the group for you guys last week. Wait, is it last week or last upper week? Yeah, I think last upper week. So I'm currently holding it and I'm going to continue to hold for a very long time, at least till we get our overall take profit. So for now, I'm already risk free on it. I've closed partial, and that is that for that. Maybe if we have time, get the chance, we might look at BTC. But for now, let's just go to AUD USD and start with that. Yes, let's go to AUD USD. Let's type the name of the Lord. For his worthy to be praised. Okay, I think my network is messing up. Okay, we're back. Why is it not responding? Alright, let me just search for it instead.
Which is I'm with you.
Alright. Let's go to the monthly time frame, which is where we'll be starting from. So I'm looking for a sell on AUD USD, by the way. And alright, so the monthly time frame, this is what it looks like. Let me zoom out so we can see the overall projection. Okay, so if you look at the direction of the for AUD USD, you're going to see that it's been trending to the downside for a very long time now. It's been trending to the downside for a very, very long time. However, the trend that it's been trading under recently broke below the trend that it's been trading under and then had a push to the upside. But now it looks like the sellers are starting to take over again, because if we look at this, here, you're going to see that this is a massive evening star candlestick pattern that's forming on a monthly time frame. And if you look at the day for this candlestick pattern, you're going to see that it's remaining 1 day and 4 hours for it to close. So it means if this candlestick pattern can close like this, there is a high chance that the bearish momentum wants to resume back again. So what I'm basically looking out for is that I've been able to come to the weekly. Okay, let me just go to the weekly time frame instead. So that you can see it better. So like I said, I don't know if you've been able to reach out to Trxusdt, although I already dropped the message too. I want us to be, like, we'll be analyzing the markets together now and be trading it together. Sometimes I won't be the one to analyze the markets. I will just basically sit and watch you guys do the analysis on whichever date it is that we set to do it. I will see it, watch you guys do it. If there's a need for any correction, I'll correct it, and then we'll take the trade when the time is right. Alright, so that being said, this is the weekly time frame, and if you look at this, you're going to see the reason why I plotted this hash bar here. And by the way, like I've said in the course here, any zone that you plot on the weekly or on the monthly time frame is always meant to be respected. Even the daily time frame, these zones are studied, so you want to make respecting them. You want to make sure you're respecting them. All right. So with that being said, if you look at this current price action after this rally to the upside, meanwhile we've been able to see an evening star candlestick pattern on the monthly time frame. If you look at this one, it's looking like a possible shoulder. It's looking like a head has formed. Then it's looking like another possible shoulder might come to form around here. Then we might now start to see. Then if the head and shoulder pattern should form, you already know what to look out for. A break below the neckline, which is around here, but then you can just like, for your entry to be more solid, wait for a price action that has come below this hash bar. Basically, let's say the head and shoulder pattern has formed completely and then it broke below this hash bar, it pulls back to the neckline instead of this hash bar holding it directly to the downside, which this hash bar might look like you want to hold if the market should form a head and shoulder before it pulls back. It might look like it gets to this hash bar and then this hash bar is going to look like it wants to hold it. But then I'm not going to trust it if that's what the price action shows me. I'm going to wait for an actual retest to this neckline, which is here. So it is when that happens, and then I now see a continuation. This time, I'm not just going to be waiting for a continuation below a CTL, but now below this hash bar. I will be more like, I will be conservative with my analysis, but I can be, because I am conservative with my analysis, I can now be ruthless, or should I say like aggressive with my, I can now be aggressive with my entry. I can now be aggressive with my entry, my the risk management it is I'm using basically. Yeah, I will still be conservative, but then the point is I know, let me just say I am more calm, I am more solid. I know that this entry I am not taking because I am more conservative with the TA that I've done. I would know that yes, I can be more, I can be rest assured that what I'm taking is a solid trade. Doesn't necessarily mean it will uh, go into profit, because the market can decide to do its thing. Now, I'm saying this, I always like to say this, the market can decide to do its thing, and that is why you should always prevent yourself with risk management. That is why you want to make sure you're always preserving you're always like guarding yourself with risk, proper risk management. Again, now the the approach is simple. Number one, look for solid trade. And the way you can be able to get solid trade is to make sure that conservative with the analysis you're doing. I'm taking my time to explain this to you guys because you guys are my students. That is why I'm taking a pause to explain this again. I know I've said it again and again, but I'm still saying it again. Be conservative with your analysis. Then once you've been able to, once you're conservative with your analysis and you're rest assured that what you're getting is a solid trade, the next thing you want to do, still make sure you're conservative with your risk management, like you're using a proper risk management. And I have been able to teach you guys to know how to like take your own, how to like go about your own risk management, like per person. This is not about per strategy here. This is not strategy based. It is per person based, because your patience level is probably higher or lesser than the patience level of your fellow students. Is probably lesser than mine, because I have been in the market for a very long time. The market has been able to teach me to wait for the best of the best trades. So you want to make sure that you're not just jumping into everything you're seeing in the market. I'm not just like, the market has been able to teach me to not just jump into everything I'm seeing in the market, but to be patient enough to wait for the best of the best. Just see this analysis, for example, see the way I've been able to tell myself that it is until this happens, because before I am going to be getting into it. That is me being conservative with my analysis, and because of the conservativeness that I have towards my me analyzing the market, I can now be able to be rest assured that I am going to win over the market. Like over, let's say, 10 trades, for example, there is nothing that is going to make me like, I've been able to see it series of like, over the series of results that I've been having, I have been getting at least 7 winning trades out of 10. I am usually having 8 to 7 winning trades out of 10. The reason is because I am taking quality traits. So let me not bore you guys with this thing, even though it is very much important. But I've said it again and again. So let me not bore you guys with me repeating these things again. So I'm waiting for a possible head and shoulder pattern, then a break below this hash bar after a pull back to the neckline for me to be able to confirm my entry. The previous high is still going to be where my what's it called? It's still going to be where my stop loss is going to be. Then you guys already know here is going to be my take profit. Yeah. So that is it for that on this towards AUD. Now the thing is, if this towards the first scenario I have towards AUD. Now the thing is, If this doesn't play out like this, which means if I don't get a head and shoulder pattern, this hash bar is already a strong level enough for me, which means if the market just decides to break as it is already coming down, just decides to come down below this hash bar and then give me a pullback, which means I'm not seeing a head and shoulder pattern, but then I am seeing, because the market has been able to tell me on the monthly time frame that there's a high chance the downward momentum is about to use. Again, I am seeing on the weekly time frame that the market has now broken below a major zone, which is this hash bar. Now I can't put a blue zone here again, even though it is, even though weekly time frame is still a major level, it's still considered a major level. I cannot not put the blue zone here again because it's not going to make my charts look very clean. But then this hash bar has already represented it for me. So once I get a break below this hash bar, a pull back into it, and then a continuation candle close, I'm going to be selling. The My first level target is going to be where the continuation, where the market got to before it started giving me a pullback that allowed me to draw a CTL, which I believe you guys already understand what I'm talking of. Now the overall level target is going to be at the next major level. So that is the two scenario that I have for AUD USD. Now, before I continue to the next one, I'd like to know if you're still with me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm following you, sir.
All right. So the next thing that we're going to be looking at, the next pair is TRX USDT, which is Tron USDT, a crypto pair. Now let's check that. TRX USDT. So this is it. Let me go to the monthly time frame. Now, the reason why we're coming to this higher time frame is for nothing else but clarity. We're just coming here to be able to guess what the overall picture has been able to look like. Now, if you can, as you can see from this TRX USDT, has been trending up for the longest year. It's been trending up for a very long time. However, the market is already looking like it's forming a potential double top here. It's looking like the market is forming a potential double top. And if this double top should hold, that means it is going to eventually come to do this. It is going to eventually come to do this, break below this neckline, pull back to it, give us a continuation candle close, like break below this, which is the neckline, this blue zone. Then it pulls back to it again, and then gives us a continuation candle close. It is when that continuation candle close now happen on the daily, on the 4 hour time frame, if we've been able to draw a CTL on the daily time frame, for example, and then we now see a 4 hour candle close on the, we now see a 4 hour continuation candle close. That is when we can now say we have an end for this. So there's no need for me even going to another time frame to basically start breaking this down and like that. Yeah, there is no need for me to start doing that. I've already seen what the overall message that this space passing to me. I've already seen the overall message on the monthly time frame. So all I just need to do is to wait, stay back, wait for it, and when I get it, I can now be able to like say I am going to, now I now have a trade to take, and then again be conservative with your TA, but you can now, if being a swing trader here, the thing is, the advantage you have is you can even be more aggressive with your risk management than every other kind of trader can be, because you are getting, the thing is, the higher the time frame, the solid the setup you're getting. That is it basically. The higher the time frame you're picking your entries and you're doing your TA on, the solid the setup you get is going to be. So if you get a setup like this, for example, you can choose to be more wild with your what's it called, with your entry, with your risk management. But then is, if you now know that you don't have a backup plan such that if this particular trade should still go against you, which the market has, you can't really predict, you can't really tell which of the, let's say you're taking 10 trades, for example, you can't really tell which of the 10 trades that you're taking is going to be a losing trade and is going to be a winning trade. You can't tell that. But one thing you can be able to know for sure is that if you're trading based on a system, based on a solid and a proven system, you're going to win over the market. So if you now know that yes, you don't have a backup plan that you can be able to use to fund your account again, Babana, or like if I don't speak outside, which one when I, all right. So if you know you don't have a something to rely on, something to fall back to, just stick to your proper risk management and grow the account. It is better to even grow over trying to flip. Just grow the account, and before you know it, you scale up from, let's say you're trading a $5,000 prop firm account, you scale up from there to a $10,000 account, like you buy more. Then before you know it, you go to $50,000 account, you go to $100,000 account, and before you know it, you're trading like big figures, and you can be able to know that even your single withdrawal, like for example, you make 3% of $100,000 account, for example, which is around $3,000. Yeah, you make $3,000 and you withdraw that. It's something good. Like $3,000 is good money. It's something good. It can be able to help you to sort things in your life and even start to give you a good life. But the thing is, everybody, like, one of the issue that traders have, which I also had in my early days, is that we just want to hit the home run. We just want to make sure that we're getting the money now. Meanwhile, it is over a series of trades that you should be focusing on. So if you know you don't have a backup plan, just focus on a series of trade that you know you can be able to like. And that is actually the proper way of trading. It is better to grow an account than to be trying to flip an account. So it is better to just focus on looking for good setup, trading, managing your risk over a series of trade. And as you're doing it like that, you're going to see that over time, you'll be able to place your withdrawal. 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 And there's this advice. I think I've given it to you guys before, but let me say it in case I've not said it before. If you're trading a prop account, let's say you have $100 with you and you want to buy a prop account, instead of you buying a 10K prop account, I would always advise you to buy your 5K. Buy 5K, one, the rest of the money. And if you're even lucky, you like I already have a recommended firm. I'll tell you guys to buy. You can even get, what's it called? You can even get an account with that firm with as low as $35. Yeah. If you get a $10,000 account with even $35, so if that you can get a 10K with that one, then you deposit the rest. You deposit the rest into your personal account, which the exchange I'm recommending for you, which is BingX. And I'm recording this session. Maybe I might post it on my YouTube. So if in case I decide to post on my YouTube and you're watching this and you hear me say this, just check the description. You'll be able to like see the links to get the program and then get the what's it called? Get the exchange that I trade with that I recommend. So now you deposit the money in your exchange. The next thing you want to do for yourself is that as you're trading on your profile, you're also trading the same trade. You're also taking the same trades on your personal accounts. This way, even while you're trying to pass a prop firm, while you're trying to pass it, this way, you're getting to withdraw even from those trades. It's not looking like a total waste, even though it is not a waste here, because you're like proving to the people who are going to fund you that yes, you actually do know how to trade, even though it's not a waste. But then the point is, you'll be able to withdraw even while you're using those trades to pass your account, and that way you will not be so like focused on and pressured to pass the account. You'll be able to like pass the account, like you'll be focused on, okay, I don't have to wait until I pass this account before money is going to come to me. The little I am able to make from the rest of the money that I've deposited into my account, that is going to be at least sorting my need until I am now able to scale it from when I am able to pass the profit and I'm now getting something good. Now, it is this business is a thing of the mind, and that is why I'm talking a lot than I am showing you. I think we're even done with the analysis, or yes, maybe you just have a pay, you just suggest to me, and we look at what the price action is like and see if there's an opportunity for us to get from it here. But then the before we get to that, which you guys are going to be omitting your mic, let me know if we should look at any other pay. Yeah? The point is, this business is a thing of the mind, and like I said in the previous session that we have had here, it's just like the psychology part of the course. For example, if you know you're busy, you cannot sit to watch it. Put your phone in your pocket while you're going about your daily business, or if it's your tab or if it's your system, just plug something in your ear, be listening to it, so that you can be able to rewire your mind and know how like There's this thing that the Bible says, which faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word of God. You will come to trust that this thing actually works for you because you heard it many times. The reason why you trust some things that you're acting based on your daily life is because you've heard it over and over and over and over again, and you've now become a product of that thing. So if you listen to these things that have been able to record for you guys over and over and over again, you will start to see that gradually you start to act based on it. Why? Because you've now come to trust that these things actually work. Like you've now been able to program your neurosenses to trust that yes, this thing actually works for you. So if these things, just commit your mind to it. Yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make. Commit your mind to this. Commit your mind to this. And also the last YouTube video that I dropped, if you know you've not watched it, go and watch it. Go and watch that YouTube video. The one before this one, the one before this, yeah, I'm going to be posting this one on YouTube too. So the one before this, go and watch that YouTube video. All right. So anyone with any question, like maybe there's any pair you like us to look at. I currently don't have. Maybe it's because I'm not able to see it. Maybe it's because I've not been able to sit with the chat because I've been busy with a lot. I even just got back. I'm about to open another business now. I just got back from this thought. I just went to like get which I'm going to be using to start the way this thing. So I've been up and down for the past few months now. So trading has not really been my major focus like that, even though I've not stopped trading. Even currently I'm holding a sell on BTC and I'm holding a sell like that one I showed you to. So any question?
I don't have any question.
All right. Is there any pair you would like us to look at together, or do we end it here?
Yes, I think there is one pair I've been watching out for, which is Euro GBP.
Euro GBP.
Yes.
You know I'm laughing. Do you know I'm laughing? The price action of that pair is rough. Like I've not even opened it, but the price action of that pair is rough. Well, let me check it. Let me check what the current price action is like. It's very rough. Euro GBP. Like the thing is, but okay, let me explain something to you about this. The reason why the price action is like that, sir. The euro is a very, as you can see, I've checked it before, and there's a high chance it's going to sell to this where my arrow is pointing to because solid double top is already pulled back and then going down. But then the reason why the price action of this pair is usually always rough is because euro is a solid, or should I say a strong pair. Now it is also now paired with another strong pair, which is GBP. So it is going to range more than it's going to trend. Do you get the reason why you have a massive trend on some other pair that we trade like Euro USD for example? Reason why you have it trending more than this kind of pair is because like one is solid than the other pair. One pair is gaining dominance by the other pair, but this one is solid in the same ratio to the other pair to the other currency it is paired with. To the other currency, euro is solid to the ratio of the other currency it is paired with. So it's mostly range than it's going to pay. You see pair sometimes, but then all right. So we've been able to see from this current monthly time frame that is about to trend to the downside. At least you've seen this double top again from the major zone and then this thing. I analyze it, but then I just have to leave this thing. I want to trade a pair that I know that yes, if I put my money in it, I am guaranteed to the tune of at least like 70% that I'm going to be making money from the market here. Now, this is also looking like a shoulder pattern on monthly time frame. However, the reason why I now actually just remove this from my watch list is because of the pullback. See the way it happened. Like, yeah, now you come out now. I want to bring out my arrow so I can point to it. I'm not doing this on my system, I'm doing this on my tab, so I don't do this session. All right, so now we had a break below the neckline. This was where I was waiting for it. I was just hoping the market to just pull back to this to this zone, which is the neckline, and then just continue to the downside. Instead of the market doing that, you just continued and then went to this guy again. Which one? Like which one? What exactly do you want to do? Now it's looking like the market is going to come down again. Before you know it went up with a sharp candlestick again, and then now it's looking like he wants to actually sell if he decides to sell. Now, but now I'm not going to be taking this trade, Sha. I'm not going to be taking it because it's not giving me the kind of entry that I love. I know it is going to sell, but like I said, because Euro and GBP is a solid pair and they are paired together, they will range more than they will pay. Like Euro will want to fight for dominance, GBP will want to fight for dominance. The two of them will also always be in constant clash until one, due to maybe some policies that is being put in place in the economy of that particular country, will now be able to like beat that other pair eventually. See, now instead of it just come like a normal price action and then go like other pair would normally do, they are just fighting within the range of this neckline and then just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I don't want anything that is not going to make me be able to know that yes, give me this sure guarantee, even though like you're still going to manage your risk because there is really no guarantee for sure on a single trade, but the guarantee only comes on the collection of multiple trade. But then this particular one, I don't like it. Like I don't like the way the price action is like. So I'm going to be leaving this. I'm going to be focusing on which is I'm trying to remember. Okay, there's this particular stock I'm looking at, which is Palladium. Let me see. I'm going to be looking at that. I'm going to be looking at AUD USD. I'm going to be looking at this TRX. I'm going to be looking at TRX. I'm going to be looking at AUD USD. Then this one. I think I have like 3-4 pairs in my watch list, but these ones are the ones I am majorly focusing on for now. These are the ones I'm majorly focusing on for now. So if you look at this weekly time frame, you can already see the way the markets, the price action is like on the stock. At least it's something that is straightforward. As you can see, the head and shoulder pattern formed. It broke below the neckline. It pulled back to the neckline, and then it gave me a continuation close. Then I was able to start selling. It's as simple as that. Now that it has broken below another major zone. And again, let me see this. Guys, make sure your chart is always neat. So that's going to give you clarity. Your mind is not going to be rough and scattered whenever it is that you're taking trades, yeah? So basically, all I'm waiting for now is now that it has broken below this major zone again, a good pullback to this zone that is going to allow emphasis on that is going to allow me draw CTL. That is going to give me something that I very well understand. This market is not a place to come and form that I am the best analyst. No, we are here to make money. I'm saying this so that in case you see people on the internet always posting that yes, I said this and this happened. But then at the end of the day, they are unable to even make money from it because they are not even sure. And because of the assurance they don't have in the markets, they are not placing the trade that they are even analyzing. We are not graphics designer. We are here to actually trade. We are not here to design the chart. We are here to actually place trades. Now, again, what you yourself you understand based on what you've been taught, based on the back testing, the forward testing you've been able to do, based on the details you'll be able to gather from your journal, the details you've been able to gather, that is what you want to trade based on. Now, I know that if this market should pull back to this zone, to this major zone, that allows me to draw a CTL, and I now see a continuation candle close on a forward close on forward frame, for example. I know for certain that this market is now set to give me a trade that matches my own edge. And if I should take that kind of a trade, like if I should take 10 of those kind of a trade, for example, and with couple with my risk to reward, even though my risk to reward is 1:1 and I'm winning 7 of 10 times, I am going to stay above the market. So not to now talk of my risk to reward is higher than 1:1. Is higher than 1:1. At least this particular trade, for example, is 1:5. If I'm not mistaken, let me see. I think I've not forgotten. Yeah, 1:5. 1 ratio 5.08. That is my this thing for this particular trade. So this one now, I am waiting for it to basically just come, give me the entry criteria that I want to see. I'll get into it, and then I know that yes, I move to the next pair, to the next opportunity. So I'm going to be ending the session here. Again, I believe there's no question here.
Question. No question.
And from that move that I'm making on Euro GBP, I believe that has already taught you that it is until you see something that you clearly understand that you want to be taking trades here.
Yes, I've seen what I want to see.
You see?
I've seen some things different in my own chart, so it makes me
Okay,
more
which is what?
comfortable.
You can just drop it in the group and then I'll check it. Yeah, but for me on that Euro GBP, there's no reason why I should be on that trade. Even though I have seen the chart pattern and then I've seen on both monthly and weekly, but then it is not only that I'm going to be looking out for. I want to look for a complete thing in accordance to my age, basically. Yeah. So that is it for today's session. See you guys in the next. I'm going to be